Disney, Lucasfilm are really trying their best to try to hype up Star Wars Episode 9 Rise of Skywalker, and it's just not really catching on. I really don't feel the hype for this movie, and it's so evident compared to like The Force Awakens, how hyped everyone was at the beginning of that movie. I mean, do you guys remember the hype for that movie? That movie was just like, the hype for that movie was just beyond anything. It was crazy, and this movie just does not have that same level of excitement for it from the fans, from the audiences, and it's just pretty painstakingly obvious, to be completely honest. But despite all of that, like I said, Disney is trying their best to try to get people excited for this movie. So there's this quote from CEO Bob Iger of Disney, where he says, "It's our feeling that we've done a good job with the Star Wars movies we've helped make," he says. "I haven't seen The Rise of Skywalker finished yet, but I'm confident, based off the pieces that I've seen and the script that I've read, that it's going to be extremely popular." A couple things here. So he says that he feels that they've done a good job with the Star Wars movies that they made. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign that Bob Iger is saying that about Star Wars under Disney, under his leadership. That's not good. That means that, okay, there could be either two things going on here. Either he is just lying and he's trying to play up the hype for this movie by pretending like the rest of the Star Wars movies have been good, or he actually sincerely believes that they are good. Either way, it's not a good situation, but I hope it's more of the former than the latter, because it would not be good if he actually thinks that these movies are good and that Kathleen Kennedy is doing a good job with Star Wars, because she is clearly not doing a good job with Star Wars at all. So, with that being said, he's very confident that Rise of Skywalker is going to be a great movie, a good movie, and I just don't really think that that is going to be true. It might be an okay movie, but I don't think it's going to be an amazing movie. I don't think it's going to be anything comparative to the original trilogy or Revenge of the Sith or anything along those lines. What's really funny down here, it says, "These comments aren't exactly a hot take. Despite the rare misstep of the Han Solo origin story, every other movie in the intergalactic franchise has been a huge financial success. In fact, some even speculate that this year's Star Wars movie could eclipse Avengers Endgame at the box office." That is not happening. That will not happen. There's no way this movie is going to come anywhere near Avengers Endgame. There's no way. There is absolutely no freaking way. I can tell you that right now. This movie will not make the money that Avengers Endgame is making. There's no way. I don't even think it's going to beat like the opening weekend box office for Avengers Endgame. I just don't. There's no way this movie is going to come anywhere near the box office success of Avengers Endgame, and it doesn't deserve to come anywhere near the success of Avengers Endgame. It just doesn't. This movie is just not going to be that great. I really do not believe the stuff that Bob Iger is saying. I don't. And it's just weird because we've had reports of him where he actually isn't happy with what Kathleen Kennedy is doing and stuff. So who knows? Who knows what's going on? It's probably just Bob Iger trying to play into the hype and stuff, trying to get people excited for the movie, and it's just not working. People are not excited for this movie. Bob Iger, people don't care about this movie. People want Star Wars to return to how it was. People want Star Wars to be good again. People want good Star Wars stories. People don't want the identity politics garbage that you're trying to shove down our throats. And this is coming from someone who isn't even a big Star Wars fan. I'm just a casual Star Wars fan, but even after watching The Last Jedi, I was like, man, that movie is not good. It was not good. That movie is just poorly written, and there was so much contrived stuff in it, so much forced political nonsense in that movie, and it's just painstakingly obvious, and it's unfortunately something that ruined the movie. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.